right, and we are back with another episode, and today joining me is the Heels. How's it going, ladies?
Good.
Tell us a little bit about yourselves and where you guys come from.
So we are a band that formed in North Vancouver. We met through a cafe that Kyla owns, and I was working there, and Bobby was a customer. So that's kind of how we met, and we just started playing music to feel good after hours, and we'd get together with people in the community, and then it just kind of snowballed into a band.
Okay, awesome. And are you guys originally from Vancouver?
We all kind of grew up in, like, Kyla's originally from Red Cliff, Alberta. Brittany was living on Bowen Island. And but then when we met, we all were living on the same street. Like when we went to our first gig, we thought we would carpool, and then everyone lived within a few blocks of each other. So it seemed pretty serendipitous that life brought us all to this little area to meet at a cafe, and then everybody's living on the same road.
Yeah.
So
okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Tell me about this cafe. So you guys were you guys friends before the whole cafe thing?
No.
So you guys met inside this cafe.
Yeah.
Obviously one worked there, or two worked there, and then one was a customer. So tell me how you guys kind of started talking music and then formed this group.
Well, I had live music. I've been in different bands and stuff before, so I did my own thing with different, like, I started a open mic and hired Brittany, and then for some reason I knew she could sing. I have no idea. I have no recollection why, but I remember she told me, I tapped her on the shoulder and said, we need to sing together. And then we did an open mic, and I was like, you have to go up. You have to go up. But then we started jamming after the open mic. And then mutual friends of Bobby and mine, they kept saying, you and Bobby need to sing together. Do you know Bobby Smith? And I was like, well, I do, but I didn't think about singing with her. And then it just, I was in Hawaii actually, and I just kept, Georgia was the original member. That's Brittany's sister. And she decided to move on and do hair, which she now does all of our hair, and she's amazing at it. And then when I was in Hawaii, I basically was like, what are we going to do? We need another member. And then I heard Bobby's name in the middle of the night. Sounds very weird, but I get a lot of ideas in the middle of the night. And it was like, Bobby. And I'm like, who the heck is Bobby? Then I messaged her, and she said yes when I asked her.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice. And tell me about the band name. How did you ladies come up with the Heels?
So originally it was spelled HEALS because we came together to heal through music. That was like the main reason we started playing music in the first place. And then when we formed a band, we wanted to keep to that same kind of principle of like writing music that was directed in a positive way, or like feeling whatever emotions, whether they were good or bad emotions, we were feeling them to then let them go and then feel better. So that worked for us. And then we were like, we want to share that with other people. So then we called ourselves the Heels, but we changed the spelling because everyone assumed we were talking about high heels, and then we always wear high heels, and it just made sense as well. But we stuck to the same idea of songwriting and everything from the beginning.
Awesome. Okay, so it's been a crazy year, COVID. What did you ladies do to keep busy during all this quarantine?
We made an album.
We recorded an album.
Yes.
Yeah. So we were writing and recording and just kept adding more and more songs and applying for grants and building all the content. And we were like, soon the world will open up and we'll be ready.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the one good thing you guys took out of that. What was the biggest struggle for all three of you?
Being apart.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah. Being apart.
No live shows.
Yes. No live shows, but even just like the being apart and not being able to harmonize, because we hadn't found any apps that would allow you to sing in real time together. So even when we would try to write, nobody could sing. And
All right. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Okay. And now, so I was doing some research on you ladies, and a lot of people think you're sisters.
Yes.
I get this a lot.
We get that a lot.
Are you at the point where you just run with it or accept it? Or
I do. I would say, oh yeah, we are.
Yeah.
I'm the youngest.
I mean, you guys are always together, right?
Just
Basically
kidding.
sisters at this point. No, that's funny. I was reading that and I was like, oh, I have to definitely bring that up because that's pretty funny. Because I actually thought that when I first saw the picture, I was like, are these three sisters? Right?
Yeah.
And then I was reading more into it. I'm like, they're not sisters. Okay.
No, but we have a sister-like bond. We're all very like our own characters, but we complement each other well. And when we sing together, it seems to blend really well, like a family band would do. So that's probably a lot of the reason also people think that.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, cool. All right, let's talk music. Your newest single, Catch and Release, featuring Aaron Pritchett. Tell us about this song and how it came together.
We were in Nashville and we were writing with Dave Thompson, and Dave wrote Lady A's like last big hit, Champagne Night. And so we got connected with him, and Kyla had brought this idea of Catch and Release. And then when we recorded the song, we kind of felt like it was maybe more for a man. We just heard a man's voice on it. And so we thought we would make a demo and see if we could pitch it to somebody else to sing. And once we got the demo going, we really liked it with our voices on it. So then we thought, well, maybe we could make it into a duet. So then we started kind of talking about who would be the best fit. And Aaron was our top choice, but we were kind of nervous to ask him just because he's been in the industry so long and he's, so successful and well known. And so, we thought maybe, it would be better to ask someone that's like more emerging. And so we tossed around all these ideas, and finally we were like, well, let's just email him and ask him and send him the song. And then he said yes. And we were so excited. And it was funny because it took us so long to ask him because we were so nervous. And then he's like, sure. And that was really cool. He came over from the island and things were kind of opening up with COVID again. And so we got to have like a day in the studio together and added his vocals. And rest is history.
All right. Can you tell me a story with Aaron when recording, like something funny that may have happened that no one knows about? Some behind the scenes.
Well, we decorated the sound booth and made it really cozy.
We did. We tried to make it nicer.
Yeah.
Never noticed, but we put our healing crystal. We put our healing touch on everything.
Got a cushiony mat to stand on so he'd be extra comfortable.
Yeah.
We were really like, before Anthony had these sort of like, what were they? They're like flags of rock bands, or I don't even know, like superhero things. And we were like, let's take that down. So I don't think Aaron knows that, but we tried to make the space really warm and welcoming.
Yeah. Actually, I feel like he commented. He was like, it's really quite cozy in here.
Probably. The ambiance is very nice.
Sure. Okay, awesome. All right. Brittany, tell me your favorite thing about collaborating with other artists.
Oh yeah. I love collaborating. I feel like it brings out a lot more to me than like for songwriting. Is that what you mean? Or just in general?
In general. Yeah.
Yeah. I think when you bounce ideas off, it just like sparks new ideas, and then it just gets into a flow usually. Like I think it's really fun. And there's laughter and jokes being made that wouldn't happen on your own.
Yeah. How about you two, Bobby? What's yours?
Yeah, I think with Aaron especially, it was cool to hear our voices and 4-part harmony and the fullness that it added, and just the way he sings, you can really feel. And so we were super happy with the way that his vocal turned out. But anytime we collaborate with people, whether it's writing or performing, it's just that added energy. And obviously we love when it's, guys, because we've got a lot of female energy. So it's fun to have guys on stage with us or whatever we're doing. So,
all right, Kyla.
I love the fact that somebody would take, like, the way Aaron sings certain songs are quite different than what, say, I would do. Like on the recording, he ended up singing one of my lines that I normally sing on another version of that song. And I was like, oh, that's so much better. And so I was like, it's just nice to see and hear other ways that people interpret a line of a lyric. And you're like, wow, I never would have heard that. So that's my favorite thing, I think.
Okay, nice. Awesome. All right, now let's talk about your album. that you guys wrote it's by the time this is out, it's gonna be out. So tell us what people can expect on this album.
Ooh, a journey.
So much.
Magical journey of healing.
Okay.
We've been writing for 3 years, back and forth between here, Vancouver and Nashville. And just, we wrote like 100 songs and then came up with the 16 total that we loved the most. And yeah, I think because of the pandemic and we were at home so much, we had so much time to really like hone in on every single part and like get creative with like added little sounds and like using our voices to make cool textures and stuff. So it's really different for us and new and fresh.
Awesome. All right. What else? So you have 16 songs on the full album?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the last one that we added is what we titled the album after I Am. And it's kind of like music meets meditation. So it's like the two ideas together. We felt like as a band that's about healing, we wanted to have some songs that did touch on that. And a lot of our songs are fun and they give laughter and you know, and empowerment in different ways. But this one is truly like a healing track. There's healing frequency underneath it, like the 528 frequency of love. There's also the tempo is to a resting human heartbeat. So it's like really relaxing. And then we put in affirmations. And so it's really cool. And it's the last track on the album. We made it 4 minutes and 44 seconds, like our angel numbers. So we're quite hippie cowgirls. So
love it.
all of it together.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. Kyla, what's been the best advice you've been given up to this point in your career?
Never give up.
Never give up.
Going. Yeah.
Okay. Brittany?
Yeah, I think just like being authentic to yourself and consistent with that. And like Kyla said, like never give up. Like it's just continuous little bits every day will get you to where you want to go.
For sure. Bobby?
I would say just always making it fun. It was Reba McEntire that told me that. And she said, just make sure that it's always fun and you'll never have any regrets with whatever you're doing. And so that's exactly what we do. I feel like everything that we sing and record and write, we definitely run it past our team of professionals, but generally it's all things that make us feel good and that we're really pumped about. And so whether it's like the best song ever or it just bombs, we're like, well, we love it.
Yep.
Yeah.
On repeat.
We had a good time. Yeah.
Yeah, so true. And people feel that too. Like people feel your energy through the songs. So that's very important.
Okay, great. All right. So with things opening up, do we have any shows lined up that you're able to announce or?
Ooh.
We have a show on Canada Day, but it isn't live. It's a live stream.
It's a live?
But that's the White Rock Canada Day one.
Okay.
We'll be performing.
Nice.
Yeah. We've got some in the Okanagan that are kind of pending, but it's all dependent on, I guess, the amount of like audience that can be there because it's just hard like for the venues to be able to actually like recoup enough profits for events if they can't really sell enough tickets. Right. So we definitely have things on the books and we've got some things coming up in the States, some festivals that in 2019, we were traveling all around to these conferences, playing little showcases to book festivals. And then we did book some, but then they all got postponed. So they're back on the books for fall of this year. But hopefully they all still happen. As far as I know, they are. So, and those are in Illinois, and we're going to have some other shows like around Nashville area. So, yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right. So with the release, your new single, the release of the album, what's next for you three?
Lots of travel and shows.
Yeah, being back in Nashville.
Yeah.
And we're already writing and talking about album 3. So we're still kind of figuring out like as the album comes out, there's so many other songs on it. So we're kind of piecing together the timeline of how we'll feature each one of those.
Okay.
But
no wasting time.
Oh no. Every day.
No.
You should see our daily chats.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
We're busy.
Sure. Awesome. Okay. Last thing, tell everyone where they can find you on social media.
theheelsmusic.com. Everything's The Heels Music.
Easy enough. All right.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, go grab their newest single, Catch and Release, featuring Aaron Pritchett, and go grab their album, I Am. And ladies, thank you so much for taking the time. It was a blast chatting with you three, and we'll talk soon.
Yeah, thank you so much for having
so
us.
much.
All right, have a good night.
You too.
You too.